Rohana. Preserver. Rohana.
Artanis.
Aemon.
I see your doubt, your fear. You were so alone, mewling in the darkness. Let me release you, all of you, from the suffering of this life. The infinite cycle of strife and anguish is at an end.
Your words are little more than poison, Aemon. Your actions bring nothing but death.
They bring purpose, an end to a cycle none within had chosen. Your resistance will only bring unneeded suffering.
It has passed, Hierarch. He is gone.
Do you see now why you must separate from the Kala? Its light has faded.
I will keep him at bay. I will endure. I have felt his rage, seen his truth.
If you will not sever your connection to the Kala, then you will be contained, kept in stasis.
I will preserve the Kala however I must. If I must endure imprisonment, so be it.
Look here, Hierarch. This material self-regenerates. It is no wonder the research of the Terrans claimed it to be from a recent epoch. My projections place it at several billion years old, if not more.
Zeratul's vision said that this keystone can guide us unto hope. What do you think it means?
Yes, guide us. It is a code wanting to be cracked. The keystone seems to be able to manipulate energies, but that may not be its sole purpose. I believe it stores its origin point within.
Its origin point?
Yes, I promise you. I will find out how this will lead us to the Xel'Naga.
Redouble your efforts, Karax. There is little time.
Robotic assault units can now be added to our army, Hierarch.
We are the Blades of Iron.
I have returned. I return to serve.
return to serve.
Hey there, your royalness. Man, this is weird. I've never talked to no Protoss before. Hey.
If I have learned one thing from your commander Raynor, it is that we are not so different, Rory Swan. Continue your report.
Right. So, the artifact, the keystone thingy's all yours. We're in the middle of transmitting all our data to your engineer.
You have my thanks. Please relay my appreciation to Commander Raynor.
Hey, you got it, Skippy.
Skippy? Zeratul, old friend. I have the keystone you believed would lead to our salvation. And yet, faith alone will not defeat AEMON. The Nerazim of Shakuras ritually sever their connection to the Kala. Because of this, they are now the last free Protoss. I must reach them before AEMON's armies. Is overrun. Loss of life is extensive. Hold. We are receiving a transmission.
Praise the gods. Artanis, you live.
Matriarch Vorazun, what has happened here?
Shakuras has fallen. The warp gate linking this world to Ire has been reopened. Countless hybrid and Zerg pour from the other side. They've obliterated our cities, decimated our Shadow Guard. We are trying to evacuate the remaining population, but I am uncertain whether we can hold long enough to get them safely away.
We will give you the time you need, Matriarch. My Templar are inbound.
My Dark Templar were tracking your invasion on Ire when we were cut off. Then the warp gate opened. What happened, Artanis?
AEMON used the Kala to seize control of the Templar. I could feel his rage tearing through me, and I was powerless against it. Zeratul found me. It was there that he...
Yes?
He tried to free me. And he succeeded, at the cost of his own life. He fell by my hand.
It was AEMON's deed, not yours.
Zeratul came to me with a warning, but I did not act. Because of this, he is now gone, and the stars burn dimmer for his loss. AEMON's deed or not, I carry a burden, Matriarch. One that cannot be easily lifted.
The War Council awaits you, Hierarch. All this time, this wretched little world was within striking distance of our fleets.
Much has changed since your era, Preserver.
First you consort with those Terrans, and now the Fallen Ones? It is heresy. You must know this.
The Dark Templar are now our allies.
There was a time when the Protoss were broken. Throughout the Aeon of Strife, we tore at each other with wanton abandon. Only one path was ever found to end the madness and unify our people. The Kala. The Dark Ones rejected its light. They denied their own race. How can you fight for them?
For one so sworn to preserve our history, Rohana, how can you be so blind to its turn?
I see I have offended you, Hierarch. My apologies. Adapting to this period is difficult.
I've been trying to isolate the major population centers in need of evacuation. The Zerg signatures far outnumber those of the Protoss, but most of the survivors seem to have gathered within Talametros.
There must be Nerazine phase-smiths you know among them. Those who stayed behind.
I am not seeing any Protoss life signs from within the engineering base, Hierarch.
Then they have met their fate.
Or perhaps they've fought their way to safety. The Dark Templar do not follow our caste system. Some of their faithsmiths are trained warriors, skilled as any of ours.
That does give them an advantage I had not realized. But then, our people are very different.
Of course, Hierarch.
The Zerg infestation is overtaking Talametros. Our evacuation is already in great peril. Your aid cannot come soon enough, Hierarch. Shakuras teams with AEMON'S Zerg broods. We hold only the southwest quadrant of Talametros, and even that is in peril. We must evacuate our people, but the launch bays have been defiled with infestation. Only ground forces can clear them. Once the bays are free, the planetary warp conduit will allow our ships to escape safely.
The launch bays will be cleared. Your people will survive, Matriarch. This I swear.
You will need the aid of my Dark Templar in this battle. They can strike from the shadows without fear of reprisal.
I bask in the twilight. I am intrigued. You seek chaos.
You require more Vespene gas.
From the shadows I come.
Artanis, I'm detecting a rift opening near your position. A Void Thrasher. By the gods, it's sieging the warp conduit.
Warriors, we must slay it before it destroys the conduit. Strike as one, Templar.
Clever.
These vaults, Solrat reserves that power Talametros. You may claim them with our blessing, Hierarch.
The Thrasher is slain, but it will be for naught if the launch bays remain infested.
Indeed, completing bonus objectives will allow me to improve the Spear of Adum's power. There are 2 vaults left in the city.
I bask in the twilight. Got to. I will. I am but a fan. Jakul by the void. I am intrigued. Clever. I will comply.
Be careful. The spore crawlers and overseers ahead can detect our Dark Templars' movements. Slay them first.
defenses. The Zerg are moving to attack our nexus point.
Fear is an illusion. I have returned. I have returned.
You have not enough minerals.
What would you ask of us? I am the blade of the Narazine. Got to. I am but a phantom. Nasperu Unatar. I am the blade of the Narazine. Clever.
Matriarch Forrest, the first launch bay has been cleared. Continue evacuating.
A second Thrasher. The conduit is under assault.
The Thrasher has been eliminated. This would be an opportune moment to clear the launch bays.
Got to. I will comply. I have returned. From the shadows I come.
You have not.
Nasbib Uradar. I am intrigued. Clever. Got to. The darkness rides. I am intrigued. Clever. Got to. I am the blade of the Narazine.
We have secured a second launch bay.
Well done. Half of the bays are launching evacuation ships.
Hierarch, only some of your gateways have transformed into warp gates. It is better to commit to a single warp-in strategy.
Got to. I am but a phantom. I am intrigued. I am the clever. What would you ask of us? Got to. Jakul Enoch. I am the blade of Narazine. Clever. I am but a phantom. By the void. Darkness rides.
buy the conduit more time.
I am but a phantom. The darkness rides. Cartoon. I am intrigued. I will comply.
Upgrade complete.
You seek our service. I bask in the twilight. By the void. Cartoon. Fear is an illusion. I am intrigued.
I return to serve.
Comply. The darkness rides. I am intrigued. Nasperu ultra. Fear is an illusion. I am intrigued. You seek our service.
I return to serve.
We have purged the infestation. Only one launch bay remains disabled.
I am the blade of the night. What would you ask of us? The darkness lies.
The enemy closes.
What?
I like the right.
Clever. I will comply.
Our pylon is under attack. Upgrade complete.
Cartoon. I am. I am but a phantom. I am the blade of the Narazim. I will comply.
Our pylon is under attack.
We are recovering the last solarite reserve now. The solar core should be augmented by the time our forces return, Hierarch.
By the void. Clever. I am intrigued. I am
I return to serve.
AEMON has sent another Void Thrasher against us. Slay it before the conduit falls.
You must place that in a power field.
Another Thrasher felled. Is there no end to these abominations?
I am but a phantom. I bask in the twilight. Fear is an illusion. I am the blade. What would you ask? I am but a phantom. Cartoon. Clever. Greatest hope. You seek our service.
The launch bays have been reclaimed. Matriarch, you may complete the evacuation.
You have saved my people, Artanis, and they will never forget it.